but here's the thing.
Okay, and welcome back. We're here with the winners match between blue Zerg player down in the bottom left-hand corner of the map from Team Cannabid Diddly.
Cannabid Diddly.
Cannabid Diddly. It is Vitross.
And his opponent in the top right already defended some ling harassment. It is your pink player, My Insanity's PengWin.
Yes, it is, and wow, PengWin turned that ling harass really well, actually.
Yeah, already took them all out, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't lose anything at all. He's lost 6 minerals this game from an extraction trick earlier on.
Yeah, nicely held, and I think he's his speed's really close to getting done. And this is something we saw out of PengWin in the first ZVZ series that he had of the night. He got his early speed out, and it really allowed him to capitalize on his opponent's speed timing, which it's non-existent at this point. And he was able to take map control pretty quickly. And I think Vitross has a little bit of expectation of ling timing coming his way because he has 2 spine crawlers just about to finish up.
Yeah, he does, and those, especially in combination with 2 queens, which he can use to block the ramp, should allow him to hold this off without too much trouble, though I expect. I think if PengWin commits to it, he probably could kill quite a few of the drones in the natural, or possibly even pick the natural off.
So here they come, Ling's coming right into the natural, and if he should be targeting these drones because, oh no, he's actually going to kind of skirt around a little bit, see what he can do, but I think he should be targeting those drones.
Yeah, if he can just get himself into the middle line and hold position, but he's just going to sort of try and dart in and stop Vitross really force Vitross to micro his drones much more than he wants to and deny a lot of mining time. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. Moving in, there's not that much PengWin can do here, and he's got to be kind of careful not to get his lings trapped back there. So he's actually just going to focus down that gas and gets a couple of drone kills, which is nice.
Yeah, anytime you're making your opponent defend and think consciously about defending your drones is always nice. But the response from Vitross is an instant Roach Warren, and he used Roaches rather, to great effect in both of his games in his ZVT earlier. But let's see how it works out in the ZVZ as he cleans up the rest of these lings that are trying to poke in and get a couple of drone kills. And now I think we have a drone lead for
Vitross.
Yeah, still a 3 drone lead, so not necessarily paying dividends for PengWin.
Yeah, and behind this, PengWin is getting his lair up, as well as an extra couple gases. So I think we're going to be seeing some Mutalisks as a follow-up, unless this is a massive Baneling Rust, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Mutas.
From the ZVZs I've casted, Mutas versus Roach, which he knows the Roach Warren is there. I think he scouted it.
Yeah.
Mutas don't necessarily melt Roaches. It almost seems like Roaches don't even you don't even need to really care about Mutas for that much, at least until you get like a massive amount of them.
Yeah, and Vitross hitting a really quite early Roach timing here. Hasn't actually got speed for his legs. I don't think he's gonna get it. That 100 gas for the up, or 100 for the upgrade's gone to Roach attacks. And of course, Roaches with +1, 3-shot lings, or sorry, 2-shot lings rather than 3-shot them, so they're much better. And this could be a little bit worrying for PengWin. He has to find out that this Roach attack is on the way, and he should be able to just after it moves out. But the question is whether or not that'll be early enough. I think he'll need spines and a big ling flood to hold this Roach attack off.
Yeah, if the Roach attack comes at a pretty rough time, which he does now get a surround and run, so that's a nice pick off, getting at least 1 Roach, and he sees the Roaches on his way. The Mutas aren't necessarily going to pop in time to be able to go back and sort of do some counter harass while this attack, so he's going to have to use Mutas defensively if he gets them in at all. And for the most part, like you said, he needs to throw down some defense to this, but really he's just kind of making lings. I don't think he's throwing out any spine callers as of yet.
No, with a lot of lings he should be able to do it, because in small numbers, lings are actually really good on Roaches, especially when the Roaches don't have that +1 attack, which isn't finished yet for Vitross. The third base is finished for PengWin. These many lings is going to clean up those Roaches as they trickle in one by one. Vitross really needs to ball them up and send them all across the map at once, because he's already lost 4 Roaches to just a few lings.
Yeah, really unnecessarily losing those roaches. And if you think about it, 9 roaches as opposed to the 6 or so he has here now, it makes a hell of a lot of difference, as the Lings of PengWin are going to get a decent surround, but he is able to kind of create a little wall off for himself, as he has one roach there kind of surrounded by the other roaches firing for free, and PengWin's going to have to pull off, and he might lose the third. He's definitely going to lose the third. Now Queen's going to go down instantly, and the roaches are going to be able to come in here uncontested, as, like I said, the Muta numbers just aren't enough at this point to be able to hold that third at all.
Yeah, no, not at all. They're going to come in and start trying to chip away at these roaches. But this, of course, this lets Vitross know that, okay, yeah, there's Mutalist. This is what you're going for. This is what your tech choice is. And that means he can start throwing down spores at all of his bases. And really, with this sort of fast Mutalisk in ZVZ, you're looking to deny a third base. And
hasn't been able to do that at all, has he?
Yeah, Vitross already has his third base up. He's got creep near it. He can start spore crawlers. There's 6 spore crawlers coming out of Vitross. Really, really nice. 2 of the third. There's maybe an angle that PengWin could find, sort of in between the natural and the third. But yeah, right now PengWin shouldn't be able to do very much in the way of damage.
And he has Hydras already out on the field. 8 Hydras in total, I think, on the field. And he's of course getting +2 attacks for his Hydras and Roaches, and of course.
Yep.
He's getting speed and distance, or range rather, for his Hydras. So making the right moves. If he takes a fight with those Mutas over Spore Crawlers and Hydras, like he's asking for it. He is trying to get to that mass of Mutas, as he's still going and investing in Mutas. And of course, he's going for Bane. So Ling Bane Muta versus Hydra Roach. In your experience in this matchup, or at least looking at what you see now, how do you see this going down?
I think Vitross is at a pretty good advantage here. He's got an upgrade lead. Looks like PengWin is going to try and go into Ling Bane Muta, getting his Baning speed, obviously. And Vitross, I think, plays this out much better because he's had his third down for a little while longer. If he controls well, he should be fine against the Ling Bane Muta. He's got his Infestation Pit as well, and Infestors, if there's one thing they're good on, it's Banelings.
Yeah, those fungals, of course, stopping him right in their tracks, and so he doesn't have any in production as of yet. Of course, the Infestation Pit hasn't finished up, but once it does, we'll see what he does with it. As a Ling run by attack, this is what PengWin needs to do to get back in the game. There's nothing here to stop this. All these Lings are going to go right into the base. The drones are going to do a hold command right around that Queen, so a pretty good, decent hold from Vitross as 2 of his Hydras get surrounded, and now the Lings go to work on these drones, but of course the drones are able to get the surround. Picking off the Queen, actually a decent pickup, but not necessarily getting what he needs done, as that base is still fully saturated, and he wasn't able to counterattack with those Mutas at the third either, so nothing really doing for my Insanity's PengWin.
Yeah, and PengWin is going for a lot of Mutas. I think there's an angle he can get on that.
He's trying to get that massive amount of Mutas, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. No, you can't go for that gas, PengWin. Oh, can he?
There's a lot of Hydras coming in on creep with range and speed over a Spore Crawler. That's not a fight you want to take.
No, not even slightly. I think if PengWin can get that Infestation Pit, the window is closing, but if he gets that Infestation Pit before Pathogen Glance finishes, then these 4 Infestors are going to pop out with 25 energy rather than 75, and that's the difference between a fungal and not a fungal. That's why you get the energy upgrade, but
right.
I don't think
of course we can see that coming, but PengWin... a little bit in the dark on that. I don't think he knows he's really going to be up against Infestors here pretty shortly. But Vitross in a really commanding position and content to just get his army composition exactly right before he makes any moves out on the map.
Yeah, PengWin has seen the Infestation Pit, so he knows the Infestors will be on the way, but he doesn't know exactly when they'll be coming out. And the Burrow upgrade for Vitross as well, coming in really, really nice, so you can surprise your enemy's Mutas with some Burrowed Infestors. And PengWin's trying to pull his opponent apart by sending a Ling run by into the third at the same time as the Mutas come into the main. But Vitross isn't actually turning around. He's just going to go straight across the map, and I think that's the right decision because his army is very powerful, has a lot of damage, and it can really, really do a lot to PengWin. PengWin doesn't have the army to fight it.
Yeah, and the main and the third are under attack, but he's going to go ahead and pressure the third here with his Roach Hydra, and one for one, this army can't defend it. Like, PengWin's army is not big enough to defend Vitross's army. And so Vitross doing a really good idea thing. A lot of mech players, if you're Terran, have this problem where if you go attack and then you're counterattacked, you're like, oh, do I go home or do I just go attack? Vitross has got essentially the Zerg equivalent to mech, and he's just going to go ahead and press the advantage. Like, he doesn't care at all. PengWin understands he's in a base trade situation. He's going to go ahead and pull all his drones and kind of do as much hiding as he can. But this mass of Hydras and Roaches is too much to deal with, as Banelings do come in to bust down Vitross's third.
Oh my god!
And they're going to get all of those drones are gone. A massive amount of Baneling detonations. That was at least a really good pickup for PengWin. But, you know, this is a base trade that I don't think PengWin's going to really be able to win.
Yeah, no, the Spore Crawlers are just too good on Mutalisks, although he's got quite a few Mutalisks. And Vitross actually down at 3 workers now, so if PengWin can somehow stabilize out of this, he's going to have 28 workers when that base in the top left is finished.
Whoa, wait a second, hold on. Maybe PengWin's got the advantage here.
Yeah, maybe. If he can keep his workers alive, then he'll have a lot of more of an econ advantage, but he's going to lose a few of them here. There's actually Vitross has split up his forces really nicely, so there's different patches of them all over the map. And PengWin, I think, is just going to go home for now. But the question is, how does he stop Vitross pushing across the map now?
Yeah, I think, you know, if it was a Muta versus Hydra battle, those Mutas are eventually going to win. I think the Muta numbers are higher, but of course, it's stopping the massive amount of roaches underneath it is really going to be the question. Like the Mutas, he's making 5 more Mutas, but are they going to be able to really do any sort of damage to this army before it's able to get the damage it's obviously going to get done?
Well, there's 32 Mutalisks and only 15 Hydralisks, so I'm not actually 100% sure that... Oh, well, no, wait, actually, I changed my mind. There's the Infestors as well. No, yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult, these Mutalisks, to win any kind of fight. So
and 8 more Hydras on the way. It's looking steadily more so in Vitross's favor as he goes, and he's going to take out the 4th. He is going to burrow those... PengWin is going to burrow his drones, but, of course, with Fungals, you are able to detect... And this army of Vitross is looking more and more inevitably undefeatable.
Yeah, it is. PengWin's doing well with his with what he's got with his Mutalisks, but it's going to be so difficult for him to actually assault these Spore Crawlers. Although quite a few of them are on low health, he could probably one-shot a couple of them.
Okay,
so he's going to move into this base.
Yeah, this is the situation he can. So he needs to he needs to go ahead and target all of these buildings down as quickly as he can. Now it's surely a base race, and the army of Vitross is coming home. If these Mutas are able to get the damage done they can and take out the Spore Crawlers, and then maybe skirt away and keep pulling this army left and right, he might be able to eliminate all the buildings of Vitross. Is he gonna be able to do it?
This is really close. Take that army.
He needs to get his Mutas out of here though. Gotta go ahead and start the Hydralisk. He's gonna get it. Dude, Vitross is... No, PengWin's going to win this game. PengWin
there's only like...
that and the Extractor. There's nothing left. There's just the Extractor and the Spine Crawler. He's going to get it. He's going to target the Spine Crawler, and then it's game over.
No, there's a Spore Crawler. There's a Spore Crawler up the top left of it.
Okay. God, that makes such a big difference because you can't take the fight over that. Dude, if PengWin is able to consolidate and somehow pull Vitross's army left and right, and... Oh, but there is an Extractor...
Vitross is building Extractor, yeah.
At the top left, but he sees it. This is really close.
Vitross sees this hatchery for PengWin as well.
Yeah, but he's got to pull him left and right. Dude, PengWin has a mobility advantage. PengWin's Mutas could surely win this.
Yeah,
like he's got a chance.
Vitross's Spore Crawler is undefended. That's the only... Oh no, there's the Extractor as well. Oh yeah, because Vitross...
Oh, he's moving the Spore Crawler. What a smart move.
Wait, what? There's more than one Spore Crawler?
No, he's moving it with his army.
Oh, the Spine Crawler. The Spine Crawler. Yeah,
Spine Crawler. Sorry. Yeah, he's moving the Spine Crawler with his army. What a smart move that is. And that's that might end up being the difference. This is reminding me, GG call from PengWin. All right, welcome back. It is Akalon Wastes. It is the second match in the winners match ZVZ, and we're going to get right into these player introductions. Spawning in the bottom right corner, he took game 1 in a very topsy-turvy match on Overgrowth. He is representing Kanab, whatever the hell his team name is. It is your Red Zerg player, Vitross.
Canabida-ding-dong.
Canabida-ding-diddly-do.
And up in the top left-hand corner of the map, throwing in a little Bree into the mix. From my insanity, it is the Blue Zerg PengWin.
And I'm going to go ahead and just apologize for insulting the entire nation of Sweden with my attempted pronunciation of what I now see as Jönköping. But I promise you, when I went to Sweden, I heard it pronounced Jönköping. But I guess I misheard. Or people were fucking...
I'm pretty sure it's still the soft J. Soft J.
Soft J? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe... Jonkoping? Okay.
I don't know. Let's just give up. All right.
But we do have one base play coming out of my 1080's PengWin. So these lings are going to find an unattended hatchery and going to go ahead and start to go to work with on that. As two more, go ahead and get the scout in the main to see exactly what he's up against.
Yeah, and he's going to see Pool. And this looks actually quite similar to PengWin's first game. But
I think
in
it was
reverse
the
order.
second game against... I was on Ohana versus his Zerg opponent, wasn't it? Ohana?
No, I mean the one where PengWin got cheese. PengWin was on the receiving end of this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think in his first game, but this time PengWin I think has built a few more lings and has been continuing to mine gas, which I like a lot more. It means he has much more of a follow up to this, and he's gonna run back, snipe that hatchery, and
Ling speed finishing really quickly. Why doesn't he go for it? Okay, they're the banelings. Ling speed's gonna finish really quickly. He's gonna go ahead and target down the rest of this hatch, and their speed. This is a super big advantage right now for PengWin.
That's what he's waiting for. Yeah, he was waiting for the speed so he didn't lose any links to that broodlings.
Yeah, nice
anyway.
call.
Yeah, and then just ring around the roses until those banelings come in, and the banelings are the real threat here.
He's gonna have to
nice
really
target fire on the
off.
queen. On those. Oh my god!
Oh, great detonations. Queen is gone. All the lings are gone. Just this spine crawler and the baneling right on top of these drones. They're not mining anymore. They're pulled, and he busted himself on the hatchery because I think PengWin knows how far ahead he is at this point.
Just kill the lava.
Oh, he killed the larva. Okay, great. Yeah, PengWin definitely going to take this game, tying up the series in really quick fashion, just like we were talking about. There's the GG call on Akalon Waste. Tied it up.
Okay, and we're back after a fashion anyway, because there has been a pause request in from Vitross, but that gives us an ample opportunity to introduce our two players. So first, spawning up in the top right-hand corner of Clown Kingdom, it is our Pigzerg representing my insanity, really wanting to win this because he needs to catch flight. It is PengWin.
Yeah, taking game two really quickly and really convincingly on Akalon Waste with a sick speedling timing, bit of an all-in, but of course it doesn't matter because he won the game. And his opponent in the bottom left corner, won game one, lost game two. He is representing some unpronounceable, ungodly name. It is the Red Zerg player, Vitross.
Yes, it is. And PengWin took a little bit of... I think PengWin's early on has taken a bit of an advantage because going for that fast expansion means that he's got a few more drones. He's going to have his hatch up a little faster, but Vitross is of course going to have his lings out a little bit faster, so he might be able to do a bit of damage to PengWin. We'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think he made those lings a little defensively. Of course, when nothing comes your way, then you're going to go ahead and send him across the map. But I think he might have been expecting something rather similar to what just happened to him on Akalon Wastes. And of course, now he's realized that he's in an okay position. He's going to send those lings across the map to get a bit of scouting and maybe a little bit of harassment done. But he is going to meet two queens and a couple lings themselves when he does.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to get too much done. I don't know. He's going to come in before the queens have finished. So he's definitely going to get a scout. He might actually even be able to pick off a drone or two here. Of course, these aren't speedlings, so the drones can run away from them pretty nicely, but no, that drone's going to go down.
Ooh, he is going to get one, but then the queens do pop, and with decent control, PengWin should be able to stop any further destruction. But they do get a good, he does pull a drone.
They're going to kill this queen.
Holy cow, that was a really good pickup, yeah, and especially the first queen that you get. At least did he hit it doesn't look like he hit the injector, that queen, so already at a bit of a disadvantage. You know, picking off that first queen is big, but especially when you pick off the queen before it hits the initial inject. We do have a second queen here at the bottom of the naturals, so he is going to be able to dissuade these lings from further poking around. But I guess 15 love for Vitross.
Yeah. I mean, Vitross can't really do much damage with this. I know of tennis. Yeah, Vitross isn't going to be able to get too much damage done, or any more damage done with those lings. And as you saw, as soon as he stopped to attack a drone, the lings caught up and they died. But while they were running around, PengWin really couldn't put down any tech, make any kind of plays, because Vitross would know exactly what was happening. And both players are going to go into double gas on their natural. PengWin's a little bit faster. And yeah, we'll see where they take it from there. Vitross once again making beeline straight for that Roach Warren.
Roach, yeah.
And walling off across the front. So PengWin's going to scout this, some link coming across the map, and we'll have to see how he reacts.
While we do have a little bit of a lull of the action, I do want to remind everyone that we do have a nice little new thing for you tonight. We have a server, which Nightbot should be spamming, and of course, it's in StarCraft. Just survey, not server, survey for everyone to take. And if you take it, you will go ahead and be entered into a chance to win some cool little prizes for you, and we'll find out more about that later. So just take the survey, and you might win something. Never a bad deal in the end.
What are the prizes? Out of interest.
Yes, yeah, Saber, what are the prizes? I have a little voice in my head who's going to tell me. They haven't been drafted up yet. Just know that they're probably awesome.
They're top secret.
Exclusive.
They're incredible.
Not declassified yet, but you'll find out as soon as we do. So a little bit of stuff going down in this game, though. PengWin is taking a third, but was scouted from Vitross.
Yeah, it has been scouted, and I think Vitross is going to respond by just taking his own third, because he seems pretty happy to do that. Vitross going for Roaches, and actually PengWin going for melee attack upgrades. So I think he's going to have to hit some kind of timing with this, because otherwise, I mean, melee units just scale off versus ranged units. That's just a fact. The only exception being Ultless, because they got splashed, but...
Yeah, I think. Do you think that was a misclick, or he's
no
doing that? Yeah,
no, I don't think it would be a misclick. He's got his Roach Warren down though, so no, I'm pretty sure it can't be a misclick. Oh, here we see it. Here's the
30 lings. Yeah,
30 lings.
34.
They're gonna finish and get across the map and be just in time with that that lings. And once again, Vitross is actually sending his Roaches across the map one by one. So it's kind of a shame that PengWin didn't go for a slightly faster timing. But I think PengWin should be very much able to deal with this, defend his own third, and then really abuses his superior mobility to send little hit squads of lings into every single... Oh my god, here they come.
Wow, big surround on these Roaches. Let's see. Yeah, now they're split up. These Roaches are going to die with the support of 2 queens. All these lings getting a great surround. PengWin was a little bit supply blocked there, but this engagement going heavily in favor of our Ping Zerg player, catching this Roach push completely out, leaving one little unfortunate Roach to wonder why all his friends died and he didn't. But now these lings are going to stream right across the map and probably pressure this third. And we'll see if he can snipe the third. There are a lot of Roaches here, and these lings are going to be able to dance back and forth. Probably not the greatest. Now they're going right into the natural, and they're going to find out that there's a wall there, and they're going to go right back home.
Yeah, they are. And the timing of that attack from PengWin was absolutely perfect. Just about 15 seconds or so before +1 hit for the Roaches outside his third. So that was really, really nice coming out of PengWin. And he's not really going to be able to do too much more, is the only unfortunate thing, because Roaches are just... Range units are just better than melee units.
Yeah, I think PengWin knows he's got to risk it to get the biscuit at this point, and he's really trying to make something happen, because otherwise why would you? Yeah,
so many Mutalisks.
Oh yeah, he is getting a nice little gas pull up. Does he have a Spire down already?
He doesn't have a Spire down. He's actually just finished.
Blair's just now finished. So we'll see the Spire go down shortly, because that is the natural progression out of this. But yeah, a lot of gas saved up. So there goes to Spire, and we'll see if he's able to make this work this time, as his +2 just gets started for these links. So he's actually going to have a slight upgrade advantage, even though you're discussing range units. Mutas are actually pretty decent ranged units. It turns out. So we'll see if he's able to make capitalize on that.
Yeah, but Vitross could have a really, really powerful sort of attack window, because PengWin does have this enormous gas bank, but the problem is it's a bank. It's not actually doing anything right now. In a couple of minutes, it's going to be like 14, 15 Mutalisks, and then the pain is going to start to be brought by PengWin. But until then, Vitross has like that same amount of gas, but it's Roaches instead of just floating around. And if Vitross pushes across the map, the Roaches are going to do really, really well against the lings, and PengWin won't really have an answer to it.
Yeah, and this is a really big, massive roaches here. And of course, if you look at Vitross's Overlord spread, it is pretty much right across where he would be walking. And if you watch these roaches, they're just going to follow that chain of overlords across this map. So he knows exactly where he can move these roaches safely without getting surrounded by lings. There are some lings darting in and around here at the third, and a big counterattack of lings going right at that third, right when that roach army pushes out. So we'll see if those lings can get anything done, as a massive amount of roaches are going up across the map for Vitross, as 19 mutas are in the queue now for PengWin.
The 90 mutas have only just started production, though, and I think 90 mutas are going to take ages to kill this many roaches.
Yeah.
The roaches are making very short work of that third base. The drones all making their way over to the fourth, and a load of the mutas. And they're not going to get all getting cancelled. Vitross, yeah, the roaches are going to melt their way through these Evo chambers. Oh, actually, no. PengWin's actually just going to go straight across the map. Base race again.
And this one's very much more in favor of Vitross. PengWin does not have the ability to do this, so we'll see if he decides to come back, because down 100 supply, those roaches are doing absolute work against this. All he's really doing with these mutas is trying to get Vitross to pull his army back, but it's like roaches don't do anything against the mutas anyway, so he might as well just march them right into the main, doing tons of damage in the main of PengWin. And this is looking like Vitross is going to take game 2 and in essence the series. And probably in all likelihood put PengWin out, because I don't think he can play the third series or the last series of the evening.
No, I don't think he can. The Spore Crawls are beginning to finish up for Vitross, and once they do, PengWin doesn't have them enormous Mutalisk count to be able to attack into them. Every Spore Crawler he attacks is going to kill 1 or 2 Mutalisks, and that just chips away at his Mutalisk count, makes it even harder to engage the next Spore Crawler, and the next, and the next, and the next. And if he engages this one, there's a transfuse even. Oh, he can't fight over 2 Spore Crawlers. What are you doing?
And a queen.
That was painful. He lost a lot of Mutalisk here. Another one's going to go down.
Trying to snipe the Roach Warren, but too little too late, it seems like that. And you know what? Vitross knows exactly where that fourth is, and he's sending units around to scout around for it, but he's going to find it with that Overlord. And once this base is gone, that's pretty much it. I don't think PengWin has any other units or structures, rather, on the field except for that. So this is going to be a good game called. Oh, no, he does have a hatchery that he planted just right in time. But, he's got to defend that with his life. And to be fair, 44 supply doesn't do well against 183.
Yeah, this is absolutely it. This is just desperation trying to drag the game out. It's a good location for it, aside from the fact that watchtower will spot it if Vitross just walks past it. But a few high lists starting to come out for Vitross. And, I mean, Vitross is mining. Vitross can mine. PengWin just has no drones. These are all the units he's going to have. It's 35 Eimsline, 17 Mutalisks versus 6 Hydralisks and 3 Queens. I already feel like Vitross can actually have a fighting chance against that. And he's still building up army.
Yeah, in the end, it doesn't matter if he loses all his Hydras or Queens, because I've got, whatever. I've got a producing, hatcheries behind it. There's not much you can do against this. This is really unfortunate for PengWin. He is just pretty much one-handing these, mutas. He probably has his left hand on his face right now, just staring blankly at the screen as he tries to make something work, targeting down some Hydras for free in the main, but now he's just cutting back with these mutas. And, they do regen rather quickly, but, once Vitross finds out where that hatchery is, he's just going to go ahead and end the game. Of course, just, I don't know, pulling his army back, just consolidating. I don't know why he doesn't go ahead and then go out and sniff it out. He's got such a lead, and he knows he does. I think Vitross is saying to PengWin, you need to GG out, because he's not pushing the issue.
Yeah, and another Mutalisk nearly goes down, but PengWin does manage to run back and save it. Couple Titleists there. PengWin is doing as much as he can with his Mutas, and he's really making them work. They've done a lot of work, but I just don't think it's enough. I think you'd need to have Jadong. You need to have 17 separate Jadongs controlling each one of these Mutalisks to be able to really have a chance to come back in this game. There's a lot of Overlords there he could take out, but at the minute, just trying to handicap the gas income for Vitross, I think, is a really great decision. But there's just really not that much PengWin can do. Although, to give him his credit, he hasn't actually lost a Muta yet, and he's building his drone count back up.
There's a Muta gone.
I shouldn't have said anything.
And the GG is called.